Hi, this is jkerr at Kerr Financial Group. Today is September 3, 2021, and I'm entitling today's piece, Inquiring Minds Want to Know. Inquiring Minds Want to Know was an advertising jingle from the 1980s that was used by the National Enquirer. And, those viewers, maybe 30 or 40 years old and younger, maybe not recognize what the National Enquirer is, but it's a weekly tabloid newspaper that focuses on celebrity news and gossip and scandals and like that, and is often seen at the grocery checkout aisle. So back in the 80s, they used this "Inquiring Minds Want to Know" jingle, and I'm going to steal it today because and apply it to the markets in the sense that the stock market is at all-time highs with just terrible news flow. So how can that be? So let's get into it. First of all, the S&P 500 and Nasdaq Composite have combined for over 100 new or all-time highs in the year of 2021, and 10 of them in August alone, when we really had a lot of bad news. So it's so the one of the things that appear to be going on is that the dollar versus the stock market, that correlation. And here's a chart that I'll include that shows that in the beginning of August, the dollar and S&P kind of moved together, moved up, and then the middle of the month that the dollar index continued to move up and stocks weakened. Then the dollar hit some resistance and backed off, and that propelled stocks to move higher. So right now, on a 15-day correlation, that relationship is negative 0.89. So correlations have moved from um, um, -1 to +1. That's the range, and we're at minus 0.89. So pretty severe and high number where those two indicators, factors move in opposite directions. Interestingly, the 90-day correlation is still positive point 0.9. I'm sorry, point 0.8. So on a longer term basis, stocks and dollar moving together up and down. Right now, in the last short term, it's in opposite direction. So, one of the things that the dollar weakness, and I think, it bears in mind to keep an eye on this, that the reasons for the dollar weakness, they include the Afghanistan, allies perhaps losing confidence in the U.S., and that may be reflected in, a weak dollar. Secondly, Jerome Powell last week at Jackson Hole spoke about printing more dollars if necessary. So more dollars would put some pressure on the value of the dollar in other currency terms. And then also another thing is the federal government, proposals for spending trillions and trillions of dollars. And I think that has a negative impact on the value of the dollar. And then finally, the Biden administration appears to be imploding, really having a rough time, and it might be just a sign that others are losing confidence in Biden and the U.S. So at some point, I think there's a worry, or should be a worry, that if the dollar can't keep going down forever without having a negative impact spread across the total financial system. So I think that bears watching, and also I'm going to keep an eye on that short-term correlation between the dollar and stock market to see if there's a change and like that. And so I'll try to keep everyone updated on that. I'm going to close with just an update as to what the stock market has done for the 8 months ending August. So the Dow was up 15.5% in the 8 months, S&P up 20.4%, Nasdaq up 18.4, and the Russell up 15.1. Please feel free to give us some feedback and forward any questions and any other topics that you wish to hear about. And thank you for listening. Goodbye.